Hello class, welcome again sa ating video lesson for this week. Now we will talk about our quarter 1 week 2 module and our competencies for this module. So first one, characterizes the roots of a quadratic equation using the discriminant and describes relationship between coefficients and the roots of a quadratic equation. So let's start. Ang lesson 1 natin, yung the nature of roots of a quadratic equation. So, di ba, last week we talked about different methods to solve quadratic equation. At isa na doon yung paggamit ng ating quadratic formula. So, ulitin ko, ang quadratic formula is x is equal to negative b, positive negative square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, ang discriminant class in this formula, so makita nyo na sa loob ng ating square root, yung b squared minus 4ac, ayan yung gagamitin natin to get the nature of our roots. So, b squared minus 4ac is our formula to get the discriminant. Pero meron tayong mga condition. First one, if b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, so kapag nag-substitute tayo ng a, b, and c, so, di ba, na-topic na rin natin last week yun, yung getting a, b, and c for the numerical term of our quadratic equation. So, pag sinubstitute mo yan, tapos nag-equal sa 0 ang iyong discriminant, yung roots nyo daw ay real, rational, and equal. Second one, if b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0 and a perfect square, then the roots are real, rational, and unequal. Then, if b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, so ito naman, kanina 'di ba perfect square, ngayon naman pag hindi daw perfect square, then the roots are real, irrational, and unequal. And lastly, we have if b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, then it has no real roots. Okay, bigay tayo ng example. If b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the roots are real, rational, and equal. So this is our first condition. So given that x squared plus 12x plus 36 is equal to 0, so alamin natin yung discriminant dito. Pero, di ba, alamin muna natin yung roots nitong quadratic equation. So pag finactor mo yan, ang lalabas niyo kasi x plus 6 squared, di ba? So ang kanyang factor is parehong negative 6. So ang kanyang roots ay negative 6. Kung makikita nyo, dalawang negative 6 yung lalabas pag kinuha nyo yung value ni x. So first thing that you need to do is get the a, b, and c of our quadratic equation. So first one, we have a is equal to 1, b is equal to 12, and c equals 36. Ayan na, di ba? We get the a, b, and c. After you get the a, b, and c, you substitute this a, b, and c to our discriminant. D is equal to b squared minus 4ac. D stands for discriminant. Substitute, so we will have d is equal to 12 squared minus 4 times 1 times 36. Okay, simplify, you will have 144 minus 144. Our discriminant is equal to 0. So according to our condition, if nag-equal yan sa 0, ang kanyang nature ng roots are real, rational, and equal. So yan na yun. Another naman tayo. So, kung papansinin niyo yung roots, di ba, parehong negative 6. So, yan ay real number. Rational yan kasi hindi naman fraction, hindi naman decimal. And equal sila to each other kasi parehong negative 6 yung kanyang roots. Okay, another one. If b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0 and a perfect square, then the roots are real, rational, and unequal. With the given of x squared minus 3x minus 18 is equal to 0, so ang kanyang roots daw ay negative 3 or 6. So kanina, di ba, equal sila to each other, ngayon hindi naman daw. Okay, get the a, b, and c. So we will have a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 3, and c is equal to negative 18. Okay, after you get the a, b, and c, substitute that into our discriminant formula. So we have b squared minus 4ac. So our discriminant is equal kay 81. So mapapansin ninyo, si 81 greater than 0 and perfect square din si 81. So ang kanyang nature of roots, so according to our formula or to our condition, pag greater than 0 tapos perfect square, siya ay real, rational, and unequal. So tingnan nyo na yung condition ninyo tapos makukuha nyo na yung nature of roots niya. Another one, if b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0 but not a perfect square, then the roots are real, irrational, and equal. Given that x squared minus 7 is equal to 0, so ang kanyang roots ay square root of 7 or negative square root of 7 by extracting the square root. So get the a, b, and c. A is equal to 1. So makikita nyo wala namang linear term. So b is equal to 0. C equals negative 7. Okay, substitute na natin si a, b, and c. So you will have 0 plus 28. Our discriminant is equal to 28. Kaya ang kanyang nature of root, so according to our condition, we have real, irrational, and unequal. And lastly, we have if b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, then it has no real root. X squared plus 4x plus 5 yung ating given. At ang kanyang factor, so sinolve ko to by using quadratic formula para mas madali. Ang kanyang roots ay negative 4, negative square root of negative 4 over 2, or negative 4, positive square root of negative 4 all over 2. So, get muna natin si a, b, and c. Si a is equal to 1, b equals 4, c equals 5. After you get the a, b, and c, you substitute sa ating discriminant formula. So, you will have discriminant of negative 4. So, according dito, kapag nakuha mo naman is negative 4, less than 0, it has no real root. So, kung mapapansin nyo yung roots niya, imaginary kasi square root of negative 4 yan. Diba? Okay, lesson 2. The sum and the product of the roots of a quadratic equation. So, meron tayong formula na gagamitin. First one, the sum of the roots. Ang kanyang formula is negative b over a. At ang kanyang product of the roots naman ay c over a. So, abisuduin nyo lang itong formula. After you get the a, b, and c, substitute ulit natin yan sa formula na yan. Okay, given x squared minus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0. Get a, b, and c. So, we will have 1 for the a, negative 8 naman si b, and 15 naman si c. Okay, after you get the a, b, and c, no? Substitute yan sa ating formula for the sum of the roots. So, ang formula natin sa sum of the roots is negative b over a. Make sure lang na mag-iingat kayo sa pag-handle ng formula kasi baka mamaya mamali kayo ng sulat. So, make sure na naka-parenthesis yan para di kayo malito. Kaya negative times negative 8 over 1 is equal to positive 8. So, itong x sub 1 plus x sub 2 can also be read as sum of the roots. Then, product of the roots naman tayo. Ang kanyang formula is c over a. So, ang c natin is 15, ang a naman natin is 1. Kaya x sub 1 times x sub 2 or the product of our roots is equal kay 15. So, we have 8 for the sum and 15 for the roots. Another example, we have 9x squared minus 9x plus 2 is equal to 0. Get the a, b, and c. So, we will have 9, negative 9, and positive 2. Substitute na natin yan sa ating formula na negative b over a. Kaya, ang magiging sagot natin ng sum kasi negative times negative 9 all over 9, that is positive 1. And for the product of the roots, that's c over a. Substitute nyo lang si c at si a. You will have 2 over 9. Ganun lang. Simple as that. Okay, we have 3x squared plus 21x minus 180 is equal to 0. A is equal to 3, b is equal to 21, and c is equal to negative 180. Substitute lang natin yan. So, for the sum of the roots, negative 21 over 3, simplify ninyo, you will have negative 7 for the sum. For the product naman, substitute lang kay c over a. So, you will have negative 180 over 3. Equal naman siya sa negative 60. Okay, sa lesson 2, baliktarin naman natin yung ginagawa natin. Di ba, kumuha tayo ng sum and product. Ngayon naman, kukuha tayo ng quadratic equation using sum and product din. Okay. Ganito lang yung formula natin. X squared minus sum of the roots times x plus product of the roots equals 0. So, yun lang yung lagi ninyong tatandaan. Bigay tayo ng example para mas mauwa ninyo. Find the equation or the quadratic equation whose roots have a sum of 8 and a product of 15. So, di ba sabi, yung sum daw ng roots natin is 8 at yung product naman is 15. So, according to our formula, we have x squared minus sum of the roots times x plus product of the root equals 0. So, yung sign nila, nandyan na yan. Substitute na lang natin yan. So, we have x squared minus 8 kasi 8 yung sum times x plus 15 equals 0. Ayan lang. Okay, another one. Find the quadratic equation whose roots have a sum of 14 and a product of 45. So, 14 yung sum, product naman is 45. So, substitute lang natin yan sa sum of roots and product. Kaya meron tayong x squared minus 14x plus 45 is equal to 0. Okay, another one. Find the quadratic equation whose roots have a sum of 1 and a product of 2 over 9. So, we have a sum of 1 and product of 2 over 9. According to our formula, substitute lang natin yan. Kaya, x squared minus x, kasi 1 na yan, no? Kaya di mo na kailangan isulat si 1. X squared minus x plus 2 over 9 equals 0. Okay, class, when you have fraction on your quadratic equation, make sure na gamitan ninyo ng MPE or multiplicative property of inequality. Ayan, for equality. Kaya i-multiply nyo both sides of the equation by 9 para matanggal natin yung denominator. So, simplify, you will have 9x squared minus 9x plus 2 is equal to 0. So, class, yun lang naman yung laman ng ating week 2 module. So, kung mapapansin niyo, yung module na sinend ko rin sa inyo is week 2 and 3. So, hinati natin yun. So yung natitirang competency for the week 3 na yun, hahatiin natin yung week 2 and 3 na module ninyo. Okay? So, thank you so much for listening for this video. So, see you in next week. Bye!